Hello there and welcome to the Wolves versus Liverpool preview, and we've got obviously good news in terms of injuries and people coming back. Now when I say good news in terms of injuries, I don't mean those that are ruled out through injury. Obviously that's never good news and we hope that they come back as soon as possible, but in the fact that we will have Fabinho available, Joel Matip available, and Dejan Lovren is back in training. So that is positive because if anything, more than squad numbers, it means that we've got more options. And it means that we will have more ability to rotate, obviously with the FA Cup game coming up at the weekend as well. Maybe, yes, we can have more of a youth-led team there, but you can also have some of the guys like a Matip, or you can have a Lovren sort of partnership in there. And, you know, it'll just help have a bit more maturity in that team as well. Even though it will be Shrewsbury that we're playing in that game, we can quite happily rotate. Now, for this game against Wolves, obviously Wolves are a difficult team, haven't been on the best run of form recently, but they last won their game out 3-2, coming back from 2-0 down against Southampton, I believe it was, and they came back and in a roaring second half, scoring 3 goals, winning the game 3-2. And if anything, it probably maybe gives them a bit more confidence. And it seems to be a little bit of a thing that Wolves have, where they can go behind in games, they can go 2 goals behind in games, and they don't give up. They don't give up. Sometimes they will lose games or draw games, fine, fair enough. But they always try, they always keep going. They're just like a machine, they will not stop until they're absolutely done out here. And it's an admirable quality to see, to be fair. It really is. It's something that you can only look at and just say, you know what, that's decent. Like, you're not down and out. You're not like, you know, like case in point, you can look at Manchester United versus Burnley last night. I genuinely have not seen a performance like that looked so helpless in a long, long time from a perceived big club. Yeah, I couldn't believe it last night. It was unreal. But anyway, so, you know, we can talk about what threats are Wolves going to possess to us. Like, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get pace from Adama Traore, who probably won't be starting on the bench this time against us. Probably will be starting the game, I imagine. You've got the big physical unit in Jimenez, also a very good talented footballer as well. They've got players all over the pitch that will cause danger. They'll close us down. They've got that formation that can drop into like a 5-3-2 or something like that, or a 5-2-3 if they want to use wing play, or they can change it up and put it into a 3-4-3 as well if they want to, depending on... It's a very flexible formation for them, and they can switch into whichever type of, you know, formation combination they want to. They can do it at will pretty much whenever they want. They're a very well-drilled team, a very well-coached team as well, and it's going to be a difficult game. Now, players that we're going to be missing in this game is definitely going to be James Milner, Naby Keita, and I think Shaqiri as well. Obviously, Nathaniel Klein being the long-term injury as well. I don't imagine you'll see... what's the name? I don't think you'll see Matip and Lovren in contention to start this game because of the form of Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez has been fantastic for us. Like that combination, you're starting to see the Joe Gomez we saw last season before he got injured. He's fantastic at the moment, really, really good form. And he actually helps out a lot when you consider, you know, sort of the gaps that Trent leaves. I love Trent going forward and sometimes defensively as well, but obviously he gets caught forward quite a lot. But that pace and the ability to read and cover the game that Joe Gomez has got actually really helps out the fact that Trent will leave a gap there quite a lot. So it really does help. He's in brilliant form right now. Virgil van Dijk is in brilliant form right now. It's difficult to say that any of our players out of form. It's difficult because if someone is a little bit out of form or a little bit off the pace in one game, there's someone next to them that's going to pick up what they're doing, or at least G them up throughout the game and bring them up to that level. It's just what happens. Now, I think the big thing for most people, the starting 11 pretty much picks itself for this game. We know we've got the FA Cup game. We're going to rotate for that one. Then we've got West Ham next week on Wednesday, I think it is. So we're probably going to rotate for the weekend. So we can probably go full strength in this game. And the only question is, does Oxlade-Chamberlain start or does Fabinho start in this game? For me, and it's not a slight on Chamberlain whatsoever. It really isn't. I know he was very, very angry at being substituted the other day as well, like slamming the chair when he sat down and stuff like that. And if anything, it's good to see that sort of passion out of someone who obviously wants to stay on the pitch. And again, I reference it a couple of times in some videos, like Milner's book. He talks about coming on as a sub and also being substituted. He said absolutely hates being substituted, even if it's the 90th minute. Just doesn't like being substituted at all. If he's been on for the full 90, wants to stay on for the full 90 and final whistle. So it's quite clearly a competitive thing. A footballer's thing as well, and it's good to see that, you know, Oxlade-Chamberlain is either A, he's unhappy with his own performance, which I don't think that was a thing. I think he actually played quite well, but B, that he wants to stay on and contribute to the team and help us get over the line. And maybe it was a bit of an early substitution, which Jurgen Klopp came out and said himself, but at the end of the day, it's one of those things. I don't think there's too much in it with Oxlade-Chamberlain being angry at the weekend, but in terms of the opposition that we're coming up against, and I know Fabinho's been out for a long time, he could be so key alongside Jordan Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum in helping us control the midfield against Wolves, because Wolves will try and, like, that. They put the pressure on us at Anfield. They really did, and it was a game where they probably felt they deserved a draw. And you know what? Without that silly VAR decision, it probably should have been a draw. I'll be totally honest with you. But I feel that Fabinho will be the better option in this midfield to start the game, to hopefully give us that control that, not that we really need help in getting possession of a game. We generally always have the majority possession over most teams. But I don't know what it is. I can't really explain it. But he's such a good player at winning the ball back, getting back, helping defensively. He's such a physical unit as well, and his range of passing, his ability to get the ball back, chasing down players. If he loses possession, he's right back on it. Like, it's just something. It's a quality that we see. The only thing that he doesn't have that Ox has, obviously, is pace. But even then, again, I think the way that Fabinho reads the game defensively, I think it will benefit us in this game, and it means that we would have a bit more defensive support when Trent and Robbo go up the pitch and try and attack as well. Coupled with the fact that Henderson is in the form of his life right now, Gini Wijnaldum is absolutely fantastic as well right now. I think that pairing of Gini Wijnaldum, Fabinho and Henderson could be really key to us winning the midfield battle, which is going to be so important against a team that can set up as a 5-2-3, a 5-3-2, or a 3-4-3. Whatever they're going to do, whatever combination they end up doing or switching into mid-game, Fabinho could be the linchpin that holds it all together and helps us on our way, hopefully, to a victory. As I've said before, the rest of the starting 11 picks itself, so I'm not going to go through it. Now, how do I think that this game is going to go down? I think it's going to be a difficult game. It's going to be a difficult game. But I'm also hoping on the fact that we seem to learn from games that we've played before in the season. All right, Leicester earlier in the season, we won 2-1, very close game, last minute penalty by Milner, gets us over the line. We go and face Leicester again, and it was 4-0 to Liverpool, right? We go against Manchester United. Earlier in the season, they were the only team right now, as of right now, that took points off us, and it was a 1-1 draw. Again, a late 85th minute Adam Lallana goal. Come back, we face Manchester United, we win comfortably 2-0. Now, I can only hope that we beat Wolves 1-0 last time out. Very, very tight game. Should have finished as a draw. We learn from that one. We progress, build a game plan, and we go and get maybe a comfortable win, or at least just a win, whatever it might be. That is what I'm looking at here. I'm looking at, we take the previous performance, we take their recent performances as well, learn from it like the analysts and stuff like that, build a game plan for it, and we come back and do a better result. That is what we've done recently, and it's pretty clear that that's something that we can do, that not many other teams are doing. We take that performance, learn from it, and do a better one next time out. So, for that reason, I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Liverpool. Now, some people might think that that's not a positive building on the previous performance, but it's purely because this time we're playing away from home. And I think the last time we played away from home, I know it was in an FA Cup game a while ago, and we got beat 2-1. It was a different lineup and all that sort of business. But I truly think that we can get out of this game a 2-1 victory. I think we could get a clean sheet as well. you know. But 2-1 is the scoreline I'm going for in this game. Let me know what your starting 11 is, or who you think should be starting in the midfield at least. And let me know what your score prediction as well is for the game tonight. 8 o'clock tonight it kicks off. Hopefully I won't miss much of the first half because I'll be at work. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.